CM Punk is the runaway favorite to win the 2024 Royal Rumble. But nobody knows anything until the bell rings and a winner is crowned. In fact, as of this writing, Punk isn't even the top favorite anymore. The smart money is pouring in, and after Gunther made a compelling case Monday night on Raw, don't look now, but the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time is now listed as the odds-on favorite, tying CM Punk as a plus 150 favorite to win. This is according to my man Jimmy Shapiro of Betonline. Uh-oh. If you don't think the WWE Netflix deal can change a lot of high-profile decisions, like who wins the Royal Rumble, then maybe you need to cancel that vegan diet for a little more beef. If Brock Lesnar doesn't come back for that long-awaited meat match against Gunther, I could easily see a scenario where Cody Rhodes enters at number 1, becomes the longest reigning Royal Rumble entrant in history, and loses to Gunther, who enters late. The reverse Uno card from last year. Hopefully I'm wrong about that, because I desperately want Cody Rhodes to win back-to-back Royal Rumbles the way Black Mirror wins Emmys. Also, this just doesn't feel like Gunther's year to headline WrestleMania just yet. Gunther has already made the Intercontinental Championship into a proverbial world title, and until he drops that title, which should be a monumental moment by the way, Gunther has no business winning a world title. I've watched every Royal Rumble trying to figure out what's gonna happen this year leading into WrestleMania. Admittedly, that's a fool's errand, but I just don't think CM Punk is gonna win this year. Call me crazy, but I think Phil is likely to go home empty-handed the way BoJack Horseman never won an Emmy. Hold up, BoJack Horseman never won an Emmy? Is these niggas crazy? CM Punk and Cody Rhodes engaged in a highly entertaining face-to-face confrontation this past Monday on Raw, one that lived up to all its hype. Punk told Cody Rhodes he's more the American dream than Rhodes, while Rhodes clapped back by telling Punk, "I'm more CM Punk than you are." I love both these guys, but Cody Rhodes' barb rang more true, and Cousin Phil knows it. Because if you'll remember Dusty Rhodes from back in the day, which I do, Dusty's son of a plumber gimmick was WWE lore, and it was designed to embarrass and demean him as an everyman. The Dusty Rhodes that became the legend that we all know him to be today was walking around kick back with Ric Flair at Studio 54. He was licking bourbon off a stripper's ass at the Gold Club, wearing Huggy Bear suits, my nigga. That man was no son of a plumber. He was son of these old dads. Anyway, I got WrestleMania vibes watching CM Punk and Cody Rhodes go back and forth this past Monday. As great as Seth Rollins and CM Punk were on the mic in that same situation, I got the feeling that Punk and Rhodes were both just getting started. Cody Rhodes is one of very few wrestlers on the entire WWE roster, let alone in the industry, who can match wits with CM Punk, and boy did it show on Monday. I got the feeling that not only will CM Punk not win the Royal Rumble come Saturday, but that Punk and Rhodes will each play a hand in eliminating each other at the Royal Rumble. All while Drew McIntyre has less of a chance to win than ever, which I think is a damn shame.
That's a damn shame.
Because he might be the best character on that roster right now. Nobody's done such a great impression of Bret Hart in 1997 since Chris Jericho in 2008.
You know that it's real because I am an honest man. I am a good man.
Of course, if Punk and Rhodes end up competing against one another at WrestleMania, it means WWE delaying Cody Rhodes' story even longer, which makes me nervous. But Rhodes versus Punk is the type of match that can and will steal the entire WrestleMania 40 weekend, especially with both Punk and Rhodes fired up with chips on their shoulders after being shunned at WrestleMania again. If you smell what I'm cooking, British Bake Off. That's right, let's talk about the magician's elephant in the room, because Netflix has struck up a $5 billion deal with WWE over 10 years. Yes, that's the TLDR version of the story, but let's not get bogged down with the details just yet. The point is, WWE is once again making billions of dollars, and Nick Khan is once again playing a huge part in the deal. This deal also involves Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson being appointed to the TKO board of directors and making a cool $30 million upon signing. As if The Rock needed any more money, he's got it. But as Christopher George LaTorre Wallace famously said, "Mo money, mo problems." By the way, Big E has a great documentary on Netflix called I Got a Story to Tell. And now that The Rock has come into power in WWE via Netflix, Dwayne has the ability to delay or even cancel Cody Rhodes' story entirely with the strike of a pen. Be careful, Dwayne. I love The Rock and everything, but as the saying goes, love is blind. The famed Batman villain Harvey Two-Face Dent once said,
"You either die a hero or you live long enough
to see yourself become a villain." By the way, Dark Knight, one of the greatest movies ever, airs pretty much everywhere except Netflix. Rude. Fair or not, The Rock seems destined to fall into a narrative of being the booker who writes himself into the WrestleMania main event. Even if he deserves it, moving forward, The Rock isn't just a wrestler anymore. He's now going to be seen as an authority figure who makes high-level decisions. And given Cody Rhodes' large following and hero's journey, there will be a group of fans who will be rubbed the wrong way if Dwayne decides to main event WrestleMania 40 against Roman Reigns over Cody Rhodes. WWE has billions and billions and billions of dollars in the bank. So Rock main eventing WrestleMania wouldn't exactly be a money decision. WrestleMania 40 is already sold out both nights. So Rock main eventing WrestleMania would be seen as an ego decision to a lot of people, myself included. By the end of the weekend, CM Punk may have found himself on the outside of the Royal Rumble winner's circle looking in. There's a reason The Rock didn't directly say he was returning to the ring during his first take interviews to promote being appointed at the head of the table in TKO. Because The Rock loves surprises, just like he surprised everyone in SmackDown in Denver that one time. Just like The Rock surprised everyone at WWE Raw Day 1. And if we hear Rock's music hit at number 30 this Saturday, that would be a huge surprise, and an ironic one to boot. Imagine being CM Punk in that situation. You get fired from AEW for a cause, just in time to debut with WWE during WrestleMania season. Everything is going your way. You're finally gonna win that Royal Rumble you never got to win, and headline that WrestleMania you never main evented. Then toward the end of the Rumble, you hear, "If you smell..." That would be hilarious. And to be honest, it would be a great test to see if Cousin Phil is willing to be a team player in WWE. Not like those sharks on the Trust. It's really anybody's guess. Check out this CM Punk playlist and subscribe. Who should win the Royal Rumble in 2024? Gunther? Phil? Rocky? Cody Rhodes? Let's go, Cody! Tell me in the comments!